Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It is Binky. I'm finally getting to my Project Pan items. Yay, Project Pan. So I originally was going to do it once every quarter, but I'm thinking from here on out I'm going to do it every 2 months because things are just building up. And I don't want to keep trash around here because it's really difficult to there's just not a lot of space. And that's one of the reasons why I'm doing Project Pan, is so I can make more space and really start enjoying my collection. Now I'm only going to be doing the products that I've actually been using. I'm not going to pull everything out and go over it again. I've added some things, I've eliminated some things, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that because it's just easier, because this is going to be really long otherwise. And then at the end I'll do some empties because I have a bunch of them. So here we go. Now a lot of these are skin products because that's really what I'm focusing on this year, because I have so many skin products that it could probably get me through, I would say, May or June of next year, and I wouldn't need to buy anymore because I have that many. I may need to buy things here and there, but for the most part I want to get it down to a really small collection of skincare because it goes bad faster, the powder products, and it's just a waste. So I'm just being more conscious of that and buying hopefully no more skincare for the rest of the year. That's my goal, unless I really like it and it does really well for my skin. That's my goal. So I'll save a lot of money there. So these are Korean products, a lot of these, and Misha is a company that I go to quite a bit, and they have a US website. Now I have 2 of these, and so this one I'm halfway done with because it's not filled all the way, and you can see I've gotten through this quite a bit. It was up to here and I've gotten through, so I still have half, and I love this. You can't get this anymore. I still have another one of these. It was discontinued. I bought 3 of them knowing that it was discontinued, and I love this. If you have rosacea like I do, yeah, go for it. If you have rosacea like I do, you may find that you have to try different products to see it works for you. And this rice mask, rice in general, just really helps. It really helps calm the skin and brighten it and just causes it to the redness to lighten up. I absolutely love this, and what I do is I will wash my face, or if I do like a spa day where I do cleansing and masks or exfoliation, when I'm in the shower I'll put this on my face while I'm doing what I do in the shower, you know, shaving, washing my hair, whatever, and I keep this on and then I wash it away, and then I wash my face and call it a day, and I see a huge difference. When I run out of these, I'm going to be so sad, but they're not going to last forever, so I'm using them now and actually enjoying them, because in the past what I found is I didn't want to use something because I loved it so much, and then it ended up going bad. And I could get hit by a bus tomorrow and then I never used it. You know, you have to think about it from that perspective. It's going to go bad anyway, enjoy it, you know? So the next one is these 3 things. Now I didn't pull out the green one because I haven't been using it, to be honest with you. These are the natural color clay masks. They don't have these anymore either because they really weren't that good. I'm just going to flat out put it out there. You know, what was interesting about this line was that there was 4 different ones. One was moisturizing, this one's brightening, this one's firming, and the other one is pore care. So, which I should be using actually, but because it's hot out here, but these just aren't great. The brightening one actually is probably the best, and I'm really getting through this one quickly. Firming I don't really need. That's why I'm trying to get rid of it. What the premise was that you'd use these different ones on different parts of your face. So if you wanted to brighten part of your face, you put this on this. If you needed firming, like down here, you put it here. And then the green one, if you could put it on your T-zone, and so you do these different colors on your face, and these would target different things. This doesn't do really anything. Also the green with the pore care, I don't really feel like it did anything. I was still oily in the end. I will say out of all of them that this one is probably my favorite because it does brighten, and the best thing about it with the yellow mask is that it exfoliates. So when you wet it again after it's been on your skin, you roll it around, it exfoliates. So it's kind of a 2-in-1, and it does work. The other ones don't work. This one does work. So this one I'll be just sad when it's gone, but it needs to go. Skincare galore. So the next one is skin food. I'm trying to get through all my skin food ones, and I actually did. I panned one. I'm so excited. So this is the black sugar mask. Oops. And totally emptied it, cleaned it out, ready to recycle. I am so happy. I did review this. You can see the review, but the more I used it, the more I realized that I kind of didn't like it as much as I initially did. And the reason is because I feel like it just, the smell's great, but it has like almost like a Lysol smell, not a Lysol, you know, that Pledge, because my grandparents would use it on their wood. It has that kind of smell to it, and I don't know if lemon's great for your face, but also it was kind of greasy. It had like oiliness to it, which for somebody of my skin wasn't necessarily the best. So I was glad to move on because I'd rather use an exfoliating product that doesn't have all the extra like oil in it, because I just don't need it with my oily skin. So I won't be repurchasing this, but I'm glad to have gotten through it. The next one is the rice mask. Yes, more rice. It's nothing like the other one. This one actually is like, if you look at it, it actually is like a rice paste. Ooh, I just got it on my nose. Yay. It just, it's okay. I'm not in love with it. It stays wet. It doesn't dry down. So it's just like this weird pasty stuff on your face. And I don't really feel like it does anything. It's just kind of chunky and gross. So I'm not a huge fan of this. I can't wait to be done with it. I'm going to keep using it because I could just dump it out, but I don't want to do that. I really do want to use it. It doesn't work great, but it doesn't hurt. So I'm just going to keep using it. The next product is the egg white pore mask. Now, I actually don't mind this. It smells really fresh. It has a nice scent to it, but it does have perfume. So if you don't like perfumes, you may not like this. I like this one, you know, but it's not an intense mask. This is something that I use in the middle of the week. I use an intense mask on the weekend, usually Sunday, and then I use this middle of the week and it doesn't overly dry my skin. It's a nice mask. It's okay. I wouldn't necessarily buy it again. It's nothing to write home about. It just kind of exists. Oops, I can put that one here. The next one is, I'm going through my exfoliants because I just have so many of them. And this one's the brown sugar one. And this is a Korean brand. It smells pretty good. It's like brown sugar. But again, it's oily. You can see looking at it that it just has that moisturizing oil. So if you have dry skin, this may be a really great exfoliant, but it leaves like oil on your face. And I just, almost like a mineral oil. So I don't like it. And I have 2 of these. So what I do to make this work, because it does work as an exfoliant, is I put it on my face and I scrub and it leaves like a layer on it. I wash it after I exfoliate with a cleanser, and then I use a toner to get everything off. And it hasn't broken me out, but I really just don't like this, and I have another one. But I'm not going to throw it out. I'm going to keep using it because I don't want to waste it. It's not horrible, but it's not good. The next one is by Misha, and it's Super Seed. It's a cleanser, and I have 2 of these as well, and this is great. I love these. You can see I'm just about done. I'm scraping the bottom, so it's going to be done this week. I love this. I absolutely love this. I have another one. You can still get this online. If you have dry skin, I can see how it would be drying. For me, it's not with oily skin, and it really cleans the makeup off well. Even eye makeup, I'll put it on and it wipes it right off. It's amazing. This takes everything off your face, and it doesn't dry me out. But again, I can see how it would if you have dry skin, so you may want to avoid this. But I just love this. It's green tea. It's fantastic. I have another bottle. I probably wouldn't buy it again until I go through everything just because I have so many cleansers. But if they still had it available, I probably would. Yes, another thing. So I'm getting through all my balms and beauty balms and oils to take makeup off before I start buying other ones. This was by Misha, and I don't even think they carry. Oh, they do carry it. Yeah, the deep cleanser. It's terrible. It is. I hate it. I don't like to say hated. I disliked it immensely. Hate is such a strong word. But it was terrible. It was just, oh, I just did not like it. And what's interesting is the oil, when you put it on your face and then you hit water on it, it would turn white. And it didn't even remove the makeup that well. It was just, no. No. The next item is the strawberry banana hair gurt. So I did pick this up, and I have to say, the smell is just amazing. I love the smell. Now this I think is between $10 and $12, and honestly, for this amount, it is absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I got it on sale, and so I bought it for 20% off, and I have another one too, and I do love it, and it does work well, and your hair smells so good, but it's just not worth the price. I think it's gimmicky. I think this is worth like $6 to $8, frankly, so I won't be rebuying it, though I love it. It did work well as a mask. It's just, I can't really justify the price for this. There's better products out there where there's more bang for your buck. The next thing that I'm getting through is another mask, is the tea tree mask, and I absolutely love this. If you have rosacea, this may work really well for you. It has worked really well for me. It's by The Body Shop. It is not green tea, it's tea tree. So if you don't like tea tree because it has a very strong medicinal smell, you will not like this because it has a strong scent. I love this. It works really well. I am going to probably not use it anymore because it does have the alcohol denate in it. It's lower. If it's in the top 5, you're going to have a problem. This is actually like 8th or 9th on the list, so it's not horrible, but I kind of want to eliminate that from my beauty care, and I'm so sad because this really is an awesome mask. It's low enough that it probably wouldn't hurt your skin, but I just don't want to do it. I want to keep it supple and happy, so I probably wouldn't buy it again, and if they got rid of that denate, I would buy this again in a heartbeat. It really is that good, but until they get rid of that, it's just kind of like, I gotta let it go, Body Shop, and I'm really sad about it, but I just want to move away from it. Yes, I have quite a lot. This is why I'm going to be doing it again every couple months because this is just ludicrous. But I did finally get through some items that I got from Beauty Fix, and this is Bioderm, and it's like a water that you use to clean your face and things. And a lot of people have really loved this. I've heard really great things about it. I just thought it was okay. It was great. It was gentle. It worked really well on my face, but I was just like, I guess I just didn't really care. So I'd rather use the Korean serums and things or essences a little bit more. I have the cutest kitten here. I wish you could see it, but it's not low enough, which makes me look like I'm wearing no shirt, by the way. I want to say this again. I'm wearing a shirt. Hopefully you can see it. Shirt. I'm not just going naked. I know. Spoiler. I'm wearing clothing even though it's 105 degrees. But yeah, I just wasn't really wowed by it. So I wouldn't purchase that again. Got through it eventually, was okay with it. I'm slowly going through sunscreens because I have so many of them and they're going to go bad eventually, so I'm not necessarily buying anymore until I get through certain things. I wear sunscreen every day because of my skin, and we have a history of skin cancer in my family, so I wear it every day. Now, Elta MD honestly is one of the best sunscreens I've ever used. Hands down, I freaking love it. I encourage this. It's just broad spectrum, 46. I usually use 50 or 60, but this works really well. Never burned while using it. With some I do. This is great, and I absolutely recommend it. It's great for you with oily and sensitive skin. It's specifically made for you out there with that, so it works really well. Did not clog my pores. Loved it. The next one is Deep Cleansing Oil, which is DHC. This is big in Japan. It smells like olive oil, straight up olive oil. And to be honest with you, I loved it. But I'm wondering if I could just use olive oil, instead. It would probably be cheaper because this was not cheap in the US. It's like $26, and I got it in a Japanese store here in New York City because you can get things like that here easily. I have a cat over there. That's why I'm looking over there, and she's up to no good. I have 2. So I really love this. I'd buy this again, but not until I get through things. But I think there's probably cheaper options somewhere. So I'm going to keep my mind open, though it does work really well. Now, this one I did not pan fully. This is Dr. Brandt Pore Dermabrasion. I have 2 of these. I got them in beauty boxes. This one I'm halfway through, and I have another one that's bigger. I love this. Would buy this again in a heartbeat. It's really like a dermabrasion. It's very fine, very fine. So you want to go in gently, and it works so well. There's tons of little scrubbies in there, but they're just fine and wonderful, and it works so well. I absolutely love this. I have another one of these. I have other exfoliants, but once I run out of all of them, I would look at this one again because it really is quite good. So thumbs up to Dr. Brandt. Okay, almost done with skincare, on to makeup. Yay, yay, yay. So I was using Drunk Elephant. I have a video about it. I'll go ahead and put it in the cards. I'm finally getting through the items. Yay! They're all slowly going away. So I've been able to get through more skincare more quickly because I'm going through other things now. So it's yay, it's just great. This is the Hydra B, and this is the C, and then this was the Lala cream. This is great, but it's too heavy for me. If you have dry skin, this would work really well for you. For somebody with oily skin, it is a cream, a flat out like cream, thick cream. So it broke me out. In the end, I started using it on my eyes and on my neck, and then left it off my face because it was a bit too much. But if you have dry skin, this would work well, especially with the Hydra B. Now the Hydra B I actually really liked. It works really well for my skin, which is oily. It was a gel, so it moisturized it and kept it, the oil at bay without clogging my pores. So this actually worked well, but I think, and I'm actually using a Korean brand, I actually have something that works well, just as well as this, and is cheaper. So I probably wouldn't repurchase it, though it is wonderful and it does not break out my skin. So I really appreciated that. The vitamin C was a big nope. This broke me out. It just, to me, I mean, some of them do. You have to find the ones that work, some that don't. I don't feel like it brightened my skin, and it didn't. I have like some little freckles. It did nothing. To me, this was just kind of a waste, and I would definitely not repurchase. It took me to my sad place. It just really, no. So the last skincare product is the Black Gasul, I think is how you would say it. It's from Misha. It's basically a really thick black mask. This is kind of what it looks like. You can see in there what it looks like. I gotta be honest with you, I didn't like it. It has a strange scent to it. It smells kind of like poopy diaper to me. I know. And on top of it, when I put it on, it kind of burned my skin. And then when I took it off, it was reddish. Not good, because I do have rosacea sensitive skin. So for me, I ended up dumping it out. I just took a napkin, pulled it out, threw it away, because I'm not doing that to my face. It's not worth it, you know. It totally ended up, just irritating my skin, and it really just royally booped it up. That's right, I don't use the F word on this channel. The only F word I use on this channel is fun. So this was not fun, and it screwed up my skin. So I dumped that out after the first use, and goodbye. I will never use that again. And if you have sensitive rosacea skin, I recommend you don't as well. On to the makeup. Yes. So I have so many mascaras. And I'd like to get it down to only having 3 or 4, because that's really all you need. So these are the ones that I have gotten through. Yes. Now these are 2 Korean brands. I'm not even going to go through them because you can't pick them up anymore. The thing with Korean makeup and skincare is that they go through phases. So if you love something, it's gone within 3 months. And it's kind of unfortunate. I wish they wouldn't do that so much, but it's kind of like ColourPop. They put something out, you love it, and you never see it again. And that's kind of how Korea is. So these are okay, but I'm not going to go too much into them. Of course, there is the NYC Big and Bold from Maybelline. I don't even remember much about it, so that tells you it wasn't too exciting. This was a Korean brand. Not going to go too much into it because you cannot get it anymore. And then, of course, we have Better Than Sex. Yes, I have to give Too Faced its props. This is really a great product. I love it. They give these out for free like it's candy on Halloween, and I love them for it. Keep giving me the free stuff when I buy stuff Too Faced, because this really is one of the best mascaras on the market, though it does flake a little bit. It does, because when you're getting 1,000% increase in your lash length and girth, which is not true, it's going to leave a little bit of crumblies on your face, and it does. So, I would say out of all of them, this was definitely the winner, but I have moved on to other items, and that is, I'm using these 2 right now, and I'm going to be doing reviews. This is Push Up Drama, and this is by Maybelline, right here, and then this is like a lot of people's favorite, the Roller Lash. So I'm working on these. I'm going to be doing reviews on both of these, along with Clinique has one that I've been using, so watch for that. Okay, so the camera cut off because I was out of juice. So we're going to keep pushing forward. It's a little bit darker because there is a thunderstorm coming. Yay! So we'll see what happens. But continuing on, so these are more the makeup items. So I've been using the Bare Minerals powder. Now I got this in BoxyCharm, and basically it's supposed to be like a powder and then a highlighter, but subtle. And boy, is it ever subtle, because this is what it looks like. It's very finely milled. It's nice and it works, but I don't know. I don't feel like it does enough. It's a very light coverage, which some may really like, but for me, it just doesn't work as a full-on coverage and it wipes away so easily. So what I do is I use it to prep my face after I put my primer on, and then I put my foundation on top of it to kind of make it more mattified because I am oily. It works okay. I don't love it. I don't even necessarily like it, but I don't hate it. So I don't want to just toss it out, so I'll keep using it. This could take years to get through, and it may. I hope not, but it may. The next items are powders. So there's 3 powders I wanted to get through. These are 2 of them, and then the Cover FX, which I haven't touched yet, which I need to do. So Bite Beauty. I'm actually wearing it. But this is Too Faced, and this is their pore one, where it's supposed to be, you know, like poreless and primed. And I'm gonna be honest with you, for $30, I was not impressed. And here's why. First off, the packaging's kind of cheap. It looks like plastic, and look, the words are coming off. All the gold is coming off. But that wasn't even my major issue. For $30, this shouldn't be happening. Yeah, you see that? Yeah, let's see that again. Let's see that in slow motion. So you open it up, and it's not taped in there. So that's what happened to me, and it fell on the counter and it broke everywhere. Luckily I just cleaned the counter, but the thing is, it's so thin. It's so thin. I'll put a picture that I have up when it broke, that it was just really disappointing. It was so disappointing. There's not a lot of product for $30, and the packaging is just cheap. But the thing is that I actually like the consistency. It's extremely silky and smooth, really fine, and just wonderful. And it worked all right, but it was almost so fine it didn't last as long as I wanted, especially this time of year. So then I started using Soap and Glory One Heck of a Blot, and I have to be honest with you, this stuff's great. It's not as finely milled, but it is fine, but not quite as silky. This is almost like cornstarch, and this feels more like a real powder without the cornstarch. And it's only like $15, and you can get it at Ulta, buy one, get one 50% off quite a lot. And it's sturdy. It's just a sturdier package. Yes, it is plastic, but I just like it so much better. And it's working really well. It doesn't cake, but unless you really put it on, like you keep going for it, then it will start to cake, but that's with any powder. But if you go into it normally, it's gonna work really well, and I just really enjoy this. I have so many powders that I wouldn't buy a new one at this point, but when I get to 1 or 2, I would see myself buying this again. Too Faced, no, you don't get much product at all, and the packaging is just cheap. Now on to some of the liquid items. So these are 2 primers. This is Shiseido, and I've been using this for my face. It's okay. I have about 4 primers, face primers I'm trying to get through. This is okay. It's nothing special. Does it work? I don't really know. Maybe I should do half and half to see, but if it does work, it's not a big deal, and I just really can't be bothered too much. I wouldn't buy this again because I'm just not wowed, so kind of what's the point? The next one is Tarte, and this is the 360 Creaseless. Love this. I love it. I have another one that I have as backup because I absolutely adore it, but I have about 5 or 6 eye primers, just way too many, so I'm going to get through them before I buy another one, but I would definitely buy this again. I find that when I use a different primer, I always come back to this one. I don't know why. I just think it's good quality. I really like it. I love it. So yes, I would definitely buy this one again, but I have another one in line and many others, so I'm going to keep using them, and yay, happy days. So this is from Makeup Forever. Now this one is a concealer, and this one is the Matte Velvet foundation. I like the concealer. The concealer works really well. It is medium to full coverage depending how you go about it. I really like it. I think it works well. It doesn't get caked on or creased under the eye, and I like that. I mean, who wants that? It's not look anyone's. That never goes in style. So it's really nice. It'll last you forever. So I will use it until it's gone. I don't even think I'll get through this through the year, but you never know. As far as the matte velvet foundation, I don't like it. I have oily skin, and so I used this thinking it would make my look more matte. And to be honest with you, it started separating. So it'd separate on my skin as the oil got through, and it just, oh yeah, it separated and just looked bad. Nobody wants that look. So I was frustrated with this. I found a way to make it work. So what I do instead is after I put my primer on my eye, I use this on my lid, and it actually keeps my eyeshadow in place. For some reason it doesn't break apart on my eyes, but it does on my face. So I'm gonna find a way to use this. I think there's about a quarter of a bottle left. I can't really tell, but I think I'll get through this year. I wouldn't rebuy it, obviously, but it actually works really well for the way that I use it, so no complaint there. So this is a spray set go from Project Beauty. It's a setting spray. I actually am trying to get through 2 of these this year, Cover FX and this one. It may happen sooner than expected because this is not very good. I got this in a beauty box, and it really just, it doesn't do any good. It doesn't do anything to set my makeup. In fact, when I use this, my makeup breaks down faster. And the nozzle's absolutely terrible. You spray it and it's just like a violent spray. It's not a nice happy mist. It's just not a good nozzle, and frankly I don't like this. I'm going to try it a couple more times to make sure it's not just my imagination, but if it continues working the way it does, I will not even pan it. I will just let it go. I won't even give it to anyone. It'll be time to let it go because it just really, no, it's just really not good. Now, one thing that I was doing was I was trying to get through some super shockers from not Bite Beauty. Again, I have Bite Beauty on the brain. I did a review on this lipstick, and it's all I can think about. But this is ColourPop, and this is called Bite, and it's just a regular white eyeshadow. And I panned it. And I should get through this by the end of the year. As you can see, you have to scrape it every once in a while because these super shockers work best with your fingers. But even if you wash your fingers like I do, there's still oil. So you have to scrape it. So every once in a while, scrape the top just to get to the color again. It's just your standard matte white. They haven't had this in a long time. It's great underneath the brow bone. It's not exciting for people, but I really love it. As far as the other 4 colors, I am not even close to panning anything, so I'm going to have to push forward. But I may have been a little bit too crazy with thinking I could get through 5, but keep dreaming. Dream on. Speaking of dreaming on and picking too many things, thinking you could get through them, ColourPop, again, using their highlighters. I have so many of their highlighters, and I'm trying to get through 3. Originally, I was supposed to get through 10, which is just ludicrous. It's just, when you do a project pan, it lets you into reality a little bit. And so what I did is I chose 3, and I think that's more realistic, though I don't think I'll pan them either. But this is Fanny Pack, this is Flexitarian, and this is Glazed. And what I like is that they're all different shades. So this one, Fanny Pack, being the lightest. And look, I broke through it. When you see the crack like that, that means you're about ready to breach the pan. And I have really gotten into this quite a lot. And I'm loving these. So it's not like this is painful, like that horrible setting spray. But this is Glazed. I use this more for, oh, I'm sorry. This is actually Flexitarian. I haven't got through this one as much. Starting to work through it. Have a little bit of work, but this is nice, like everyday look, while this one's a little bit more pale and pearl-esque. And then Glazed I use for when I wear more of a warm look, a warm tone, like peach colors and things. And look, I cracked that one as well. Yay, I'm so excited. So I'm getting there, I'm getting there. These are fabulous. Would I repurchase them? No, not until I get through more of my highlighters, because I seriously have so many of them. But these are like some of the best quality highlighters for like $8. And they've been having like 20% off sales, or buy one, get one 50% off. I recommend it. For those on a budget, these are great. They last all day. I absolutely love them. I'm going to be doing a review on them soon because they deserve it. pushing through because this video is long. Yes, it is long. So I have 3 lipsticks that I'm trying to pan by the end of the year, and I'm actually almost there, and I'm pretty happy. I don't have the other 2 because they're more fall, winter, late, or early spring. So I'll bring them out in the next project pan. Well, probably last 2 project pans. But this is a Lorac one, and I am almost done. I really loved this color more last year. I'm finding it's really hard to get through this year. I'm kind of over it. You know how you go through phases? And this one, I'm just kind of, it's pretty though, so I'm going to have to wear it more. I was obsessed with this. And it really is a nice color, especially for this time of year. It works really well for warm tone looks with peaches and corals and things. So I'm going to have to push through and use it. This is what I hate, is the packaging is so cheap though. This was the Beauty and the Beast lipsticks. Look at this. It just... So in the bag, it'll come apart. It's just cheap packaging. That was a disappointment, but you know, what are you gonna do? So I'm gonna push through and use that, and then the other ones, I think I can make it or get really close. Yay! So I'm excited for that. So the last 2 items. This one is Misha, which is a Korean brand, and it is a blush, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I just absolutely love this. You can barely see it. It is so pale. It's for those who hate or are intimidated by blush, much like myself. It's just a very natural kind of flush, just gorgeous. I wear it a lot. It's not panned, and you can't really see that there's a dimple in that, but I hope to get through it. Here's the thing with blushes. It takes a year to get through a whole blush. So if you're doing a project pan or you're thinking, should I buy this blush? Should I? Nope. It's going to take you a year to get through one, and that's using it almost every day. It's a lot. So the good thing about this project pan is it's teaching me how long things work for, how long it takes to get through them, and it's kind of eye-opening. So it's kind of helped me pull back on buying certain things that I don't need, and this is one of them. So on to the 2 last things. I forgot about this. So this is like a body soap, and it was given to me by a friend, and I think it's Liz Claiborne. The reason I'm putting this here is because I'm going to finish it this week in about 2 or 3 more days, and I don't want to keep it around the apartment. I would say no to this. I do not like this. She won't see this, and she's a lovely woman. I haven't seen her in like a year. I was working on a project with her briefly, and so I hope she's doing well. Most lovely woman, but the set was just not good quality. And not that she was being cheap or anything. She wasn't. She's a very generous, lovely woman, and she loves this. For me, it just didn't work. It doesn't lather up that much. So you really have to work it to lather it. And then when you do, it's just like, it just, and it has this generic, almost like kind of almond smell to it. So it wasn't my favorite. Beautiful woman. I don't, you know, no negativity, but it's just the product. I cannot wait to get rid of it because I just don't want to use this anymore. So I'm putting it here now. It is panned because it will be. I will use it, and then adios. The last item. Anyone who watches my channel, and a few of you have been here from the beginning, you may know that Too Faced, the Honey Palette, Honey Nut Palette, whatever, it's gone now. Though you can still find it, I think, at Ulta. There are places where it's still there because it got bad reviews. The good thing is I panned it. Now I'm getting close with these. The larger ones, you can see that there are some dents in there. And that excites me. I just don't like this palette. The pigment's not great. I don't want to use it as one cohesive palette. I just do not want to, and so it's going to take me a while. I may not get through it. I will get through these 3 by the end of the year. But as far as the other colors, I'm just not liking them. I'm just not. But I'm finding a way to use them. So these I use to prep my eyes after I use a foundation, the primer foundation. Then I powder off with these, and they work really well for that, for a base coat. This yellow one is so bad. You know, you think it's going to be fantastic. You're excited to use it, and the reality is that's it. It's just not that good. I don't know what to do. I just don't like it. It makes me angry. I don't know. Maybe I should try using it. This peach one also just isn't that great. They're just not great. They're just not great. So I'm trying to use them more. I don't know. they're not great. That's the reality. You know, I guess they're swatching okay. I guess I could use them more. But here's the thing, and I'm going to be doing a video soon of items that, actually they're staying out well, items that didn't work for me and I'm giving them a second life, and that's going to be on this. And so you'll see it again. What I will say about these two colors here is that it's hard for me to match my eyebrows, to fill them in, because everything's too dark, or it just doesn't work. And so these two actually work well to put into my eyebrow and shape it. I'm not really big into the whole like eyebrow thing. I know a lot of people are, and fixing them up. I'm a little bit lazy when it comes to that. Sometimes I'm a little bit lazy, just because it's not that big of a deal to me. So I don't really do too much. Maybe you noticed, but it's just me. I tend to be very low maintenance in certain ways. I don't wear the false eyelashes. I just don't do a lot of the brow shaping. It's just, drawing it in and stuff. That's just not me. Maybe I should, but it's just not who I am. So these do help fill in a little bit, which is good. I mean, I'll do that much, and that's about it. And so these colors actually work really well. I don't use it every day. I don't even think I did today. Maybe I did. I don't remember, because every day is kind of melding together. But these two will last longer, and they work really well. So I learned to use them like that. This one, some of these I'll use individually, like a crease color if I'm using a palette that's missing something. But for the most part, it may not be panned, but I am getting so close, especially this. When I hit this, I was just so excited. I'm still excited. You can see where I really dented these. I'm so excited that I won't have to deal with this anymore. That's okay. I have a couple palettes picked for next year. I know, I don't even want to think about next year. This year is going so quickly, I'm just depressed. But yes, so that is it. Those are the items that I've been using. So what I'm going to do from here on out is revisit it every 2 months. So I'll probably do this in September, and then, or the end of August, beginning of September, and then visit it again in the beginning of November, and then finish it out at the year. And then we'll see how I did. And the next year, because this was my first year doing it, I think the second year will be so much easier, because I have a better idea of how to organize this and go about it. And what I'm going to do is put everything in a box. And so from the beginning of the year, we'll be able to see what's there. This is a little bit sporadic and not as focused, because it was, my first time doing it. So it'll be a little bit more organized, but I'm happy with it. It's taught me a lot about how long products last. It makes me use things. It's eye-opening, because you know how long things last, that you don't need to buy other things. And then on top of it, it just, especially skincare, I've barely bought any skincare this year, and I won't need to probably until May of next year, this time next year. Well, this is June, going into July, but that's a great feeling, because I'm going to save all that money, because I would just buy all this skincare, and skincare doesn't last forever, and some of it was just wasted. And so now I'm focusing. I have all my skincare in one place. I'm using it, and I'm barely buying anything unless I really love it and it really works well for my skin. Then I'll keep buying it when I run out. But as far as just experimentation, I won't do it anymore. I'm not going to do that until I get through what I have, because in the end, I really want to be able to bring my skincare down to a small amount, have 2 or 3 mascaras tops, things like that. Primers, barely have any, maybe 1 or 2. That's what I'm talking about. Lipsticks and eyeshadow palettes, I'm always going to have a ridiculous amount of, along with nail polishes. But as far as the rest of the collection, I really want to limit it down to something small. And that's kind of what I'm doing, is being more mindful in my life, in all of my life, and also down, not having as much stuff. Hoarding food or hoarding clothing or anything like that. Not that I'm a hoarder, but I do have tendencies when I like something to buy, and it can be very wasteful. And so this year I'm being very mindful, and next year I think is going to be a really good year for that, because now I'm kind of aware of what's happening. And so this has been a really good project, along with other things that I've been doing that's outside the beauty community, or the beauty channel. It's more of a lifestyle thing. And it's been really great. So this has been good. And it's a good way to review many things, let you know what I think in a fast way, and yay. So yeah, that is my sporadic project pan. Let me know if you've used any of these items, what you think, how it's going for you. Has it made you more mindful of things or make you realize how long things last? Because I don't think I'm the only one. I'm really glad that people are doing it and it's still going strong, and I hope it's something that continues to, because it really is worthwhile. So until next time, I know it's a long video, but thank you for staying if you did. Have a great day. Bye.